Hold the door. Hey, Trap, real quick, man, because I'm getting a lot of text messages, a couple of DMs about this company that has the largest market cap in the history of the United States, Apple. That Wall Street Trapper said is overvalued. It's overvalued. Trap, can you break down what you meant by the statement and in the post for those who are not in the know?
All right, so I said it a while back when Apple was about one something. So again, based on me, so one of the things I look at is how can a company produce from its free cash flow, a discounted cash flow, right? And I also want to pay attention to how much revenue the company is producing. So when you look at business, you look at what the overall business is worth, not what the stock is worth, right? And so we understand that stocks, the business itself has a different valuation from the actual market cap, right? Those are two separate things. So the market cap will actually rise and fall based on people buying and selling, right? So I can't base my business, my investment off of someone's emotions because we know that human beings have unstable emotions.
True indeed.
You feel what I'm saying? So I can't base my investment off that. Now, when you're looking at an investment of a business, you're simply saying one thing and one thing only. What is the business worth now and what can it produce in the future? And so one of the ways we do that is we simply look back as what has the business produced over the long term or up into this date. We take those calculations, and for me, again, I am very conservative. So let's just say, for instance, a company has produced $100 million a year, right? For me, I'm gonna say, well, if it is averaged 100 million, for me, in my calculations, I'm gonna say it's going to average 75 million, right? Because I'm gonna be real conservative on my approach. So now once I take those numbers into effect, now I come up with projected growth on what it can produce in the future, right? Over the next 5 years or 10 years, whatever you want to do. So based on my triple beam, I felt that Apple wasn't worth at the time $2.2 trillion. I felt like it was worth $1.8 trillion. Just off my calculations. $1.8 trillion gave me a stock price, right? Because I said, if this company is worth $1.8 trillion, now what stock price gives me $1.8 trillion? You take the stock price times how many shares the business has, and then you'll come up with a price, right? The stock price times how many shares a business has. Apple has 16.9 billion shares of a business. You multiply different stock prices times that market cap, and then you'll get something that you can call a price of what the business is worth. Once I got that, okay, cool. This is the price that I was willing to pay for it. You reevaluate it every 6 months to a year because businesses often add value to themselves. Businesses don't just stay at the same valuation. As they create new products, as the moat expands, the business adds more value. Right? This is why people say, yo, I'll hold this business forever. Why? Because the business has sustainable, relatable growth, right? This is the business has. So for you to say that Apple can't grow anymore, you're tripping, right? You're tripping. Like my guy over there is amazing. You feel what I'm saying? So he's one of the greatest, to me, CEOs that's out right now. So for me, I came up with that price at the time. It was $97. I think Ian at the time said it was worth 104, which was still in that
same range. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's cool, right? That means we're in the same ballpark. It means he may have been a little bit aggressive on his, or maybe I was too conservative on mine, but it's still in the same ballpark. We're talking $10, $11 right here. So now I moved it up after I did it again. My price range now is probably about 117, 118, something like that, which is still in accordance with Ian's 124. You know what I'm saying? So if those two prices if I know I'm in the same area with him, then I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? That means we're operating on the same system. But again, when you're looking at a stock's price, no one can actually pinpoint an exact price. Good, somebody said 107.
Yeah. Shout out to Dan. He put the price in there. Shout out to Dan.
Bingo. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. You know what I'm saying? So we still in that price range. So what happens is, again, no one can pinpoint exactly what a stock is worth. Even Warren Buffett will tell you that, right? Because we can't look that far in the future. We're doing speculation. We're taking hypotheses, educated guess off numbers, right? So that's cool. So me, again, $1.8 trillion, they got to work at 2.4 trillion. For me, I'm gonna be like, nah, that's too much. Why? Because people like to buy just because they like to buy. Again, I can't make valuations off human being emotions. So that was my price. 1.8 trillion from my numbers, and that's how I had come up with my prices, yo.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Catch the game.
Yo,
Catch the game, man.
And because people hit me, it was like, well, Trap said, what you think? I'm like, if the stock is at 150, why are you trying to buy it at 148?
I'm
So
waiting for it to pull
I'll
back.
say this year, like when I was writing notes, you guys saw me like Apple's not a buy at 134.21 or above. So what we're trying to get you guys to do is to have a formula for buying anything, regardless. So that 107 price, amazing. If it ever gets down to 94, I would be elated. I will put every dollar I have in Apple.
Yes. Yeah.
But then when everyone's like, well, it's worth 2 trillion, what value could they bring? So me doing the homework that I do, and I'm gonna drop some books over here for you guys later, but I went on the site and I saw something pretty fascinating. So for one of the jobs they're hiring for, they wanted 10 years of professional experience, like 6+ years in business. But when I saw they wanted 5 years experience working on alternative payments or understanding the complexities of cryptocurrency, I was like, wait until Apple launches their Bitcoin and crypto initiative into the wallets. That will be the bridge for maybe a 2-year period until they get to healthcare, maybe 26 or 27. And then they'll probably be worth 3.2 trillion. But if you play the game for the long period, you'll be good.